Alright, welcome to FIFA 22. Bit of a modern FIFA, and the last FIFA to not run on Hypermotion, which was introduced with FIFA 23 and is still used to this day in some way. Anyways, doing Spain this time, and this one is a little bit on the nose. I'm doing a B team, Real Sociedad B team. Just trying to usurp, I guess, get better than the A team. It could be fun. Not the worst team in the game. It is one of the worst teams in Spain. Spain only has 2 divisions in FIFA 22 and really any FIFA. You know, it's got B and A, Smartbank and Santander, although I don't think it's Santander anymore. But basically traveling through the top 5 leagues, we did Italy with FC25. I've done England twice now, and I have done Germany on FIFA 16. Germany, I could go back and revisit. I wouldn't mind doing some sort of B team on that game either. And I do think they have 3 divisions in FIFA. France I could also do, which would be fun. But today we're doing Spain. And honestly, as I'm starting this career mode, FIFA 22 is one of my favorite career modes to play. It's got decent modded support on PC, which is where I own this game. We're going to do 4-minute halves. It's got the actual licensed Champions League, which started with FIFA 19. It's got the Conference League, which I don't think FIFA 19 had. And I'm not sure about 20 and 21. But here's Dan the Man. Looks a little different this time around. But that is because it's a different game, innit? But yeah, we're just going to go into the hardest competition. And this game has a lot of things to help us out. We don't have the best squad ever. Got an average here of, what, 65? Not the worst squad ever. But my favorite thing to do in these modern-ish games is to absolutely just toss out anyone too old. And honestly, our squad doesn't look that old. To be fair, it is the B team. A lot of the time, youth talents are just thrown down to the B team to develop and see how it goes for them. And if they do well, you know, they perform in the B team, could get promoted to A team for further development. So it's not that bad. However, being a B team, we don't have much money to work with. So really we're stuck with the youth academy, which would make sense for a B team. And we are also stuck with free agents, which doesn't really make as much sense. But, you know, as a B team, you want to stay up in a certain spot. So it's good development for your youth players. But we don't have anything astounding here in the youth department. Might have to hire a youth scout here and there. Also, if you've played FIFA 23, you would notice that the background is from FIFA 23. I'm playing this game with mods to reintroduce certain licenses. I believe it reintroduces the Italy licenses. It also adds various countries into this game that are not usually present for the national teams. Won't be doing international competition, but it's cool to see in the news tab. And it also just reintroduces like certain tournaments. I don't even know if the Audi Cup is normally a thing, because that logo should not apply. But, you know, Spurs won the Audi Cup in real life. That was cool. Anyways, let's get on to this rebuild, I guess. Journey to become better than the A team. Turn the B team into the new A team. And the first season, it doesn't look like there's much for us to do. Also, let me manage these interruptions because I don't like training days, and training days or whatever to me. Haven't messed with these plans in years. For me, it was always just rest, essentially. Or intermittent is kind of decent. Although, I will have a look how it is with intermittent. If the stamina is not great, I'll just change it to rest only, which should work anyways. As for the formation, I don't have any problems with this formation, but I kind of want to play 2 strikers, which is something I have not done in a single career mode, I don't think. I've played with 1 striker this entire time. So, just feel like switching it up this time. Normally, I don't play 2 strikers anymore. But there was a time when I used to love playing the 4-1-2-1-2 wide, which is a bit of a strange formation, to be honest. But it does kind of work in this game. I think it's quite solid in this game, even. So, yeah, 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Decent formation. Could be some good fun. And the instructions, which this is, wow, a bit of nostalgia here. It was only a couple years ago, but not something you really see anymore. Again, the squad's not amazing, but I do think it's more than enough to land a solid spot on the table this season. But since we do have a scout by default, just going to send him out to some country. I don't even know. I don't think it matters too much. Let's just send him out in Spain. I guess local talent. 6 months. Technically gifted. Find something really nice for us. And maybe get a wonder kid. Probably going to try to not use too much of the youth talent because, you know, it's a little boring. Because youth players can get really good. You know, also gonna try to not use any regens, like none at all. Gonna be a bit tough because the CPU does sign regens. But minimal youth talents, find some good players, In fact, I'll shortlist some players. I'll go to the end of the season because there's no point in going to the midpoint. I'm not going to make any money. But at the end of the season, I'll show you some promising youth players that I found or the scout has found. And I will show you the shortlist that I will make in just a second off camera because I don't have any money to sign anyone. And there's no real reason to sell anyone this season, but maybe next season to boost our funds that we hopefully get at the end of this season. So yeah, with that in mind, I'll see you at the end of the season. Hopefully we land in a solid spot. I mean, it doesn't matter if we land dead last. Of course, I could always get sacked, which would suck because there's almost no way to prevent sacking in this game, even with mods. They just didn't really make those mods back in the day. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. Hopefully I'm not sacked in my first season, but we are a B team. I don't think it matters that much where we place. So yeah, see you then. All right, so bit of a liar here. I forgot these modern games pay you mid-season. The international tournament, the friendlies, we did okay. I think we reached the finals and lost, but we've made money. And now I have budget to try to sign players. And my transfer hub, I just started shooting in the dark for anyone that I remember from back in the day. This guy's a personal favorite of mine. He's going to be very cheap and honestly not very talented at the beginning. But every time I've somehow used him in this game, I don't know why, but his dynamic potential is amazing. Noah Mbamba is a staple for FIFA 22. One of the best wonder kids to sign. He's always quite cheap at around £1 million and gets paid pennies. Plus, good center back or CDM, whatever you prefer. Then we've got players like Mickey Van de Ven. You know, these guys are a little more out of the price range. Bit of Spurs glaze here. Daka, I just remembered his Future Stars card. Didn't expect him to be in the price range. Jet Spence could be a decent option. Same thing with Destiny Udogi. Dane Scarlett obviously would be pretty nice for a striker. Young, very talented, high potential. And I've just realized, I think the mod introduces... Everything's a bit lower quality. I think it's because of the mod, which is expected. But the mod introduces the 22-23 kits, which is amazing. I did not know this mod did that. Wow. Anyways, yeah, it looks quite cool, doesn't it? Bit unrealistic, but it is what it is. Same date, though. How strange. Brian Hill, way out of the price range. Jamal Musiala, same thing. Alejandro Balde, who is called Alex Balde in this game, looks decent. But the one that stands out to me is Romeo Lavia, because he has good potential. I know for sure he has good potential in this game. It's only like 80-ish, but he has great potential. He's a CDM. He would fit right into the team. And he's very cheap, very affordable from City. Cole Palmer is another City player, who today we obviously know what he grows into, but at the time wasn't doing too hot for City. Dele Alli is more of a personal project. If I can ever afford him and fit him into the squad, I would love to try to turn his career around, see what I can do there. Rasmus Højlund didn't really pan out in real life, but maybe we can make it work in this game, and that does not look like him. Tyrone Malacia, have not scouted him, but I have seen in my notifications that he has a value of around 20 mil, as I think he's just been purchased as well. So yeah, it was about 20 mil to buy, way out of the price range. So Rasmus Højlund, Romeo Lavia, probably the first signees of this game. Gonna go for probably Lavia. I'm gonna try a loan to buy, and if that doesn't work, I get the loan. And in this game, I'm pretty sure you can just approach to buy midway through anyways. So I'll see how that goes. Oh, and I've totally forgotten about these cutscenes. Look at Pep Guardiola there. Greeting Dan the man. Let's just skip forward. Let's try a loan to buy here. Sounds practical. Perfect. 1-year deal and 70-30. That's fine. He doesn't get paid much anyways. And we want to offer about... Let's offer 500,000. Right in the middle of what was suggested for us. 510,000. I think that's a decent deal, but I'm going to be a stickler and ask for 505 because back when I used to play this game a lot for career mode, I always found that if I just accepted the first offer they shot back as a counter offer, for whatever reason, the player value just always dropped for me. But there's Lavia, Romeo Lavia. If he does not accept a loan, I have to buy him because sometimes they just don't want to play for a lower team and it doesn't really make sense. It's like, well, yeah, see, loan declined, Romeo Lavia. Like, that's fine. I'll just buy you then. It's like not a problem. But I always hated that with this game. They would never go to lower teams. They hated going to lower teams. And they did fix that in like the newer games. So that was cool. But like back in the day, you just couldn't get any loans from like Prem teams. And it was really annoying because that's like the whole point of the Prem. You know, loan players that are talented but maybe not quite ready for first team football. Loan them down to a lower league or a different league entirely, different country. See how they perform there. If they do good, you know, you bring them back and it's like, boom, good job. But like, I'll just offer 500k for him now. 520. Take my 510 that I offered that, or that you wanted that one time. And there we go. Pep Guardiola says yes. Whether Romeo likes it or not, he is now part of Real Sociedad's B team. which is kind of weird. Yeah, to be fair, I would, you know, if I was a player, would never want to go to Real Sociedad, the B team at least. Because, like, why would I go to a B team? Like, at least loan me to the A team, right? Get him for 5 years, hopefully. 3 years. Here's a little tip if you didn't know. Whatever they offer for you, you can go in plus or minus 1 range. So they will automatically accept 4 years, no matter what. Just how it works weirdly in this game, and really every modern FIFA, I think. So a salary, his current wage is 1,000. There's no way he expects to be paid more than £3,000 a week. This was one of my favorite combinations for youth players back in the day. £3,000 a week, £30,000 signing bonus. I know it's a bit much, but it basically guaranteed any youth player, and I didn't really mind paying them that for 4 years when they're going to grow into something amazing. As for this guy, Will Bapaga, he's very cheap, and I can honestly get him at any point in this career mode. Højlund could be the next option, but now we have Romeo Lavia, who is not the best CDM in the squad, so I'm thinking I just get rid of our other best CDM so that Lavia can play. Although, yeah, that's the thing. So hopefully Lavia plays. Well, actually, let's check his potential. That is another thing about these modern games. You can kind of see the potential. Exciting prospect. See, 85 plus. He looks amazing. Yeah, hopefully Lavia gets played. Or rather, hopefully he grows enough to be played. Because, you know, every FIFA just doesn't like to play youth players if they're not, like, very high on the chopping, like, not the chopping block, but the board. I mean, we've got some decent players here as well. Looking at them, I could check, like, oh, look at that. This is weird. Oh, yeah, this is part of the mod. It's like it increases very certain things, like defensive situations, physical play, defensive minded. And then you've got the regular ones, Anchorman, Deep Lying Playmaker, all the classics. But this guy looks okay. He doesn't look bad. And this guy also doesn't look bad. We'll just keep all of them, see how it goes. If Lavia gets, like, upset halfway through, we'll have to see what's going on. But yeah, we look okay. Oh, we've got a great keeper, to be honest. Showing great potential keeper. I like that. Keepers don't really grow in any FIFA, so hopefully he grows well. Anyways, gonna try to shoot an offer for Højlund here for £400,000. See how that goes, and that will be our transfers for the season. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna... Okay, you know what? No. I will wait till deadline day, see if we make any more money, and then I'll catch up with you on deadline day, see if we can sign Højlund, and that'll probably be the transfers for now. I know both players are not better than our current players, but they're youth players. Højlund, I'm not so sure about his potential, but Lavia has great potential, better than our current CDMs. So it's really just for the future. You know, I don't expect us to go up or anything this season. We can take as long as we want in the second division of La Liga. I don't think this will be too long of a career mode, to be honest, because even though basically the worst team in the league, there's not many bad teams down here anyways. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. Got some transfer offers here for Valera. Atletico. Oh, is this our talented keeper? Is he really good? Let's have a look. So Valera is 19 years old, 65 overall, so pretty solid. And if I check on good old FootWiz, his potential is around 80, which is not bad at all. His worth is 750,000. He does have a release clause though. Gonna try negotiating with Leon for 800. I'll highball 800, like 40k. See if that gets accepted. Then we'll bring it back down if they need. Oh, never mind. 840k. Gonna use this money to buy other players. We'll say no to Atletico. Let him go to France instead. You know, don't want to create monsters for our poor A team up there. You know, suddenly one of our decent prospects joins Atletico Madrid and just starts tearing up the league. Don't want that happening. Anyways, the other offers, I believe, expired. Which is, yeah, unlucky. But it's fine. That seems to happen a lot. This game does not stop you for, like, transfer offers, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, it is what it is. So with Valera leaving, Spurs signed Calvert-Lewin. But they still have Kane in this reality. That's so weird. So Valera is sold. And 220... That's it? Okay, well, we can sign our guy. Well, we can sign either... Well, really only Højlund. Let's just go for Højlund. 550k. Slight low ball. I like the offer. And I guess they like the offer as well. Have no clue what Højlund's currently being paid. It'll tell me, though. 1.4k. I'll give him 22. And by 22, I mean £2,000 a week. And no release clause. No, no, no. Terrible. Never release clauses in career mode. Oh. Okay, that's so much less than what I was going to offer him. A lot of bonuses there, though. But the signing bonus is tiny as well. Yeah, maybe I should stop offering these guys £30,000 as a bonus. Anyways, that should be every transfer I'm making this season. If I sell anyone, which I doubt I will at this point, because I've made some cool little changes here and there, I will let you know. But I guess we can check Højlund's potential. I am interested. I don't think he has any potential tagline in the squad hub. I feel like I've used him before in this game. He does not. But if I check FootWiz, I don't think it's that bad. It's 75, kind of mid, but dynamic potential does exist in this game. So yeah, I'm just going to hope for dynamic potential there. Gonna go for Poacher, because that's kind of what he is in real life. Just not a great one, is he? Anyways, with that in mind, I will see you in a bit. Unhappy. Yeah, of course you are. Anyways, now I will sim to the end of the season. Might pop in for the deadline day on January, but I doubt I'll have meaningful enough money to sign anyone that I want. So, guess I'll see you in May when the season is over. All right, so we are at the January transfer deadline day, and I've got quite a bit of money now. I have sold a player for about £1 million. It was a striker. He was decently promising, but not as good as the other. And I want to give Højlund more game time, who has grown an overall, I believe, if we have a look. Yes, up to a 65 from a 64, and I think Lavia has grown one as well. Yep, 63 to 64. Both doing okay. I don't know if this is the game or if it's like a morale issue. Not sure what's going on. We've been losing quite a few games. Sangali's leaving because pre-contract agreement. But the issue I'm having right now with this game, or rather just this sim right now, is people keep getting sent off. And I've witnessed it because I've been force simming a couple of these games, like actually simming them manually, quick simming them for a couple of games now. And I've noticed like every single game, someone gets sent off. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening, why it started, but it is happening. And it is pretty annoying, to be honest. But I mean, there's like nothing I can do. Like, we have a guy sent off right now. Like, what? You know, how did that happen? Why did that happen? Just a bit confusing. But it is what it is. Anyways, with £1 million, we can sign another player. Hopefully someone who probably fits into the first team immediately. And I'm thinking Dane Scarlett would work really well if I can get him. If I want to go for him, though, I think here's my little plan. Because we do have a decent striker, to be fair. We have this guy, Karakiburu, who has grown 2 overall in the season already. Shows great potential, is only 19 years old, and honestly, looks really good in my opinion. And I might just keep him, but Dane Scarlett would be really, really nice as well. Sangali's leaving. I mean, I just don't care. Make some more sales because, okay, Rodriguez, I think I was just playing him, but he doesn't look like amazing or anything. I'll accept that, whatever. Just trying to get some of these players out. I feel like there's too many players in this team right now. That's the thing with a lot of these B teams. They have like so many players, and in a FIFA sim, it just goes completely wrong. You don't want that many players. But let's have a look at my transfer hub again. I'm thinking Mbamba would be nice. He has grown in price already, which is not what you want to see. Alejandro Balde wouldn't be bad. Gavi is very expensive, but someday in the future, hopefully if he doesn't grow too fast. Balde has also grown in price, I think. Cole Palmer has like doubled in price. It's not looking good here. Yeah, this is the thing with actual like big wonder kids. They grow in price quite quickly. But Mbamba wouldn't be bad. Could go for Wobapaga here because he can play right wing. I think I might actually do that. Young, his potential is not terrible. Already have solid skill moves. He's only 2 under this guy who's 24, and he can just be converted to right mid, which is something you can do in this game, thankfully. Wopapaga is a cheap option. Let's go for it. 440k apparently is what I can offer for him. You know, not really a big wonder kid, but just a personal favorite player of mine. This guy's like my lucky talisman. I just use him in every single career mode I've done for this game. He's not by any means like the best player ever. Gonna give him like a lower role so that he does not freak out. That's kind of the method. Give him a lower role and he won't really care. No release clause is fine. 1k. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. But yeah, just like one of my favorites to sign and use in these games. And he fits right in. Not quite yet, but he will be fitting in very soon. We've already got a decent cam. He's like 70 overall. Looks really nice, and he's quite young as well. If we have a look really quickly, it is... Oh, he's not... Well, I think he just turned 21, so his thing has disappeared. Got a lot of expiring contracts. Don't really want to let too many people walk, but... Oh, wait, he's got great potential. And you can't really convert him that well. Okay. That'll work. If not, I'll play a different formation that has 2 strikers, but also uses wingers, which I don't think should be a thing because that would be a stupid formation to play. The only other option is 4-3-3, which is what I played last time. You know, I don't have to switch it up every time, but... Oh, there's 4-2-4. What a terrible formation, though. Let's be real. Yeah, let's just stick to 4-1-2-1-2. Hope Paga sticks in that role. Maybe we play him in cam every now and then. Just let the other cams walk. I'm going to let a lot of these players running down on contract walk. I know it's extra money I could make, but I CBA to re-sign them to just sell them next season. They're not even worth that much. I'm going to get, like, you know, decent money for other players. So I just can't find it within me to care enough to re-sign them. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. But Paga, I'll force start him a couple games. Hopefully he can develop the right mid like really quickly, because sometimes it happens. They'll like start doing well in a position that they don't normally play, and they like slowly grow like aptitude for that role like a lot quicker. It's weird. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you at the end of the season. Hopefully, you know, positions are all sorted out. We've got our players that we've signed this season have grown. But Paga has surprised me. I thought he had a lot lower potential, but he's pretty decent. Cheap option. I mean, if you ever decide to play this game of all games, Will Paga, one of my favorites for just like hidden gems, really. But yeah, I'll see you at the end of the season. All right, end of the season, and it's not the prettiest end to a season. 2 draws, 3 losses in the final month. It doesn't look great. Oh, decent month in March. Decent month in January, I guess. Mostly in the cup. We lost every league game and then lost the cup game later that month. Yeah, not a great season, obviously. If we have a look, we are 15th, which is clear from relegation in real life, I believe. If there even is, I mean, there surely is relegation to the 3rd division in real life, but good enough to stay up in real life, so I'm happy with that. Got a couple messages, you know, they always ask to play. Normally I don't choose, and even if I do choose, normally I'm not going to pick them. Let's have a look at the squad hub. We can already see Paga is up 1 overall, which is quite nice. Sort by appearances. Cristo Romero, who is a lone player, had the most appearances with 13 assists. Pretty solid. Roberto Lopez, who replaced that other guy who left on a agreement, contract, whatever, you know, 6 months. 11 goals, 17 assists for this guy. Very good. Gonna keep him around. He's only 22. Looks very good. Grew 3 overall in the season as well. Karakaburu, our future star, in my opinion, who is actually originating from the club. 42 appearances, 13 goals, no assists. Pretty solid, though. And then Ayesa, who is our main keeper, grew 3 overall as well. Pretty nice. Only 3 clean sheets, but it is what it is. Blasco, up to a 69, 23 years old. Might need to find a new right back. Another loanee, so not going to really cover him. Doesn't really matter that much. And I've just remembered something from this game, and it could work really well. This is a partnership I've done before, but I'll show you in a second. Arco Gonzalez, our center back, grew 2 overall, 21 years old now, 2 goals, okay. Alex Sola, 34 appearances, 2 goals, 5 assists, 22 years old, our left mid. Rasmus Højlund scored 7 goals this season, growing 3 overall. Pretty solid for his first season. We've got some others, 6 goals, 4 assists for our former right mid. We now play Paga mostly, but he is 67 overall, so he probably plays over Paga in the sim. Sangali, 70 overall. He's leaving, so I don't really care. Romeo Lavia, 3 assists as a essentially like defensive CDM. You know, he kind of stays back. I want him to anchor. Pretty solid. 2 overall grown this season. Some other players here and there. Will Paga, in 15 appearances, scored 4 goals and 1 assist. That's really good. Grew 1 overall. He did turn it into a right mid. Like, it was a lot easier, like halfway through. He started performing pretty decently. And it went from like 80 weeks to like 4 weeks, and that was really nice. So there's that. I've got him on a left midfield plan. His form is bad right now, which is unfortunate. But I mean, the whole team has been pretty bad, so it makes sense. But this is something that I used to do. I don't know where I heard this from, but in my mind, it's always worked. If you have a right winger, left winger, any type of winger, fullback, you know, any formation that has the exact opposite, but it like is the same thing. So like, for example, if it was a left wing back, right wing back is the opposite. And you can develop that in like 2 weeks for like any single player in that position. If you just keep them there, for whatever reason, if you don't switch the position and you just leave it like this, their development is a lot faster. At least for me. I don't know if it's a real thing. I heard it one day and I was like, okay, let me try it. And it was crazy. It was like growing way more overall in one season than I expected. Also, when I changed him to right mid, he dropped down to a 63 overall. I think it's because he's not technically suited for right mid. He doesn't have great passing stats. So he's technically grown 2 overall while being on this little left midfielder plan. So for 15 appearances, that's pretty good. But yeah, with that in mind, that is the end of the season. I mean, we've looked at everything. We can have a look at what was bad for our team. Defense or offense? Probably offense, to be honest. Didn't see a lot of goals there. 70 against us, not the worst ever. 55 for us. I mean, just kind of mid. But yeah, 55 goals, not the best. I mean, if we look up here, we want to aim for like 70-40 to get promoted, which is basically the opposite of what we have right now. So yeah, made 10 mil in the season, which is nice. This should carry over to next season, at least most of this money, hopefully. And I should be able to use it. Oh, right. One last thing before I end the season off. One more player I want to add to this list. If he is in this version of... He's not. See, the issue with this game now is that the servers are shut down, and much like all the other older games, you can only use the initial squads from the game. You can't download the latest squads from like July 2022, it would have been, I believe, for this game. So you can't use like the winter refresh or whatever. You can't use those squads because you have to download them. And the servers for this game have shut down like ages ago, like 2 years ago. So that means you can't use any other squads besides initial squads. And a lot of the career mode players that I would love to use, like this one, for example, Duranville. God, I would love to use Duranville. And I used him one time. I believe it was FIFA 20. It was this game. FIFA 22, I used him. He was great, dude. He was amazing, but he's not in this game quite yet. I have that issue with a few other players, namely Antoine Hackford, who I know I've used before. And I know this because I ended up using him in FIFA 23 the year after because I knew about him from FIFA 22. And that's why I had used him in that game. But he's not in the initial squads, which sucks because he's like he's really young, really talented, but you just can't use him in this game because of the whole squads issue. There might be a mod that updates the squads to the most recent. You know, I can download the latest squads somewhere online probably and just import them myself, but didn't think of that before I started this career mode. But if I ever do another career mode on this game, I'll definitely try to do that because there's a lot of players that I would love to sign that I'm just missing out on because it's not updated squads-wise. But anyways, that is the end of the season and the end of this video. The beginning, it says FIFA 23 right now. I swear, it's FIFA 22. Like, I mean, it's May 2022. FIFA 23 starts in 2022. But yeah, I mean, a start to a new career mode. I have a lot of fun with this game. I think this is the game I have the most time on all time. I have like 1,000 hours on this game in total, and like 70% of it is just career mode because I love playing career mode on this game. I have 500 hours or so on this game on PC, and on PC I never touched Ultimate Team, so it was all career mode. I love playing career mode on this game. It's simple, it's streamlined, and when you actually play the game, it feels fluid. You know, it's the old movement. It just feels arcadey. It feels like FIFA to me. But anyways, I'm going to stop yapping about how much I love this game and how much I've played it. Thank you for watching the video as always. If you did enjoy, look forward to the next FIFA 22 one. This might not run for too long because obviously the objective is treble, and it's a lot easier to win trebles in these modern games with smaller teams. A lot of great youth scouts, things like that. But if you're watching this on the day of release for whatever reason, I have done other career modes on different games. FC 25, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, and FIFA 16. So check those out if you'd like. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later.